Let's make a lure out of the world's tallest tree. Doing things a little different this time, I thought I'd actually show you my process for when I'm designing a lure. I don't think I've done that before, so this is a full video of me just designing the bait. If you can't tell what it is so far, we're making an otter. The idea for this bait is to be a Redwood river otter with the grain showing in the final lure, and I want the bait to be sort of a cranking swim bait or wake bait type lure. The way that I tend to design my lures is I usually look up a picture as a reference for whatever fish or animal that I'm gonna make, and then I sort of freehand a roughly similar body shape, and then depending on what type of lure I'm trying to make, I'll sort of contort the proportions to fit what I need them to be. So, for example, for a bait like this, otters are pretty skinny, but I'm intending to put a lip off the front. So if I left the normal proportions of what an otter would look like, the head would be way too small for me to fit the lip in there. So I have to kind of bulk up the front section with the head and neck to be a little bit thicker than it realistically would be. And you may want to remember that little detail, because I may or may not have actually followed my advice for this video. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get right into the build. I don't know if the audio is going to be any decent. Wow. I don't know if the audio is going to be good enough in here to actually use any of this, but I altered the design a little bit to get the arms, or I guess legs, a little more beefy, because they were kind of small how I made them. So I'm quickly going to mark those out, and then I'll get to actually getting things done. Okay, I need to whoa! Dropping the ISO, that's my bad. I was not paying attention.
Okay, I got the full bait sanded down, and we got weight in the belly and covered, and we got all the slots cut out and stuff. I need to cut the joints the rest of the way and then seal this. So I've run into what I would call a slight problem. That being, this bait sucks. It just doesn't really work. At the beginning of the beginning of the retrieve, it almost looks good. Like you can get a little bit of action to come out of it, and then it just stalls and does nothing. The tail kind of wags, which is good, but the lip is doing absolutely nothing. It just kind of sucks. So the plan is this. I'm gonna remake this lure in a way that'll actually work, hopefully. But in the meantime, we're gonna do some bonus fishing.
And we're going to stop right there for a moment while I try to explain why I think this lure didn't work. If you remember at the beginning, I said that I needed to bulk up the head and neck section to add more space for a larger lip, and I did not do that for this lure. Another reason I think it probably didn't work is because the head section where the lip is a lot smaller and has a lot less weight than the middle section, which is easily the biggest portion of the bait. So the plan for how to fix this is going to be to shift the first joint back so that the middle and front section are a little more even, and then also to bulk up the head and neck section like I said I was going to be able to put a bigger lip in there so that I can actually have a lip that imparts action on the bait. So yeah. Oh, and I'm also going to add a little bit, or not a little bit, I'm going to add some extra detail to the head in the next lure because I kind of skimped out on that with this one. So the next one should also look better. Anyways, let's get back to the bonus fishing.
There we go. It's not a very big fish, but that's all right. I'm just glad I finally have something on. Nothing on the punch. Well, finally.
And we're going to end it right there. Be sure to stay tuned for next week when I fix this lure. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. And with that, I'll see you next time.